All right, this is so stupid. I don't like to make videos about this stupid fool. I can't stand chemistry. But one thing I get tired of hearing is that this dude always saying, once you work, because there was a video about Paul Rodriguez, and of course the YouTuber that's on the African American who's for severance, and you know I don't follow that stupid shit. Was trying to make a mockery of all Latinos to blame. Just for example, um, the older brother that got killed by a Mexican man in Georgia, and I said the same thing on my video about bashing coons and coconuts. I'm like, okay, so that Mexican man is responsible for everything. Like for example, LaQuisha ain't responsible for me for being an older school brother from Latino brother from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So can we look at people individuals? Stop looking at people as an all group, like you're God or something. But anyway, question I tengo una pregunta para su culo puto way. Talking about what's the name? Chemistry. You said that the black communities are shitholes. You also said that Latin. This is a funny part. This dude is not Chicano. He's Mexican from Mexico and part Peruvian. Just like the PBS documentary Mexico and Peru, the Black and Latin America with Henry Gates Jr. Mexico and Peru, the black grandma in the closet. He's just a prime example. Black DNA on both the Mexican side and Peruvian side, indigenous DNA and European, Spaniard, and I think Italian and something. Okay, as well. The funny part is you're from Mexico, right? Even though you're part Peruvian. There are problems going on in Mexico and Peru también. Why you don't fix so damn problems down there? So you gonna go there? I know. Oh no. One thing about y'all, y'all don't clap back on these people. I am just as equal to any man on this earth. Half you brothers don't even feel that way. Talking about you're not. That I'm not proud of myself, but you're proud of your. That's a lie. But in my case, I'm very proud of who I am, and I do what the hell I want. And I'm also mixed with Spanish Creole. I'm not pure black. I don't advocate one drop rule. And if anyone can debate me, we'll put a definition of multiracial American. They say two races or more. That's in my ancestry. So therefore, it debunk your ignorance. The truth of the matter is, this dude comes on YouTube talking about the black community, but then he's talking about the Hispanic community, whether it in East LA or in New York, you know, with Puerto Ricans or Chicanos or anything else. He never talk about Little Havana, because Little Havana, I think Havana down in Miami, the Cubans they have a nice body on, like it is. But the funny part is he never talks about his problems in his own countries where he's from. And I say country because he's not just Mexican, he's Peruvian too, okay? He's a double dose of two Hispanic groups, okay? And he never talks about the problems going on in the drug cartel. He doesn't talk about the other stuff that goes on in Peru. What's the other thing? The racism, the colorism in Mexico and Peru. He doesn't talk about none of that stuff. He doesn't talk about the crime. He doesn't talk about the poverty in both countries. He don't talk about that. He doesn't talk about the dude who puts on the blackface in negro mama that was on the documentary on PBS. He doesn't talk about those issues, but he loved to talk on African American people. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, that y'all don't ever bring this up. Why do you care? Question said, why do we care about Paul Rodriguez? Why do you care about our communities? And not every African American community is a shithole. There is a YouTube, I think it's called Wealthy Black Neighborhoods, and I'm subscribed to their YouTube, and they have nice communities, even in LA, that you don't hear about. See, I get offended by some of our brothers, Compton, Inglewood, and all other bad areas. But you don't talk about nice areas that's on that channel, okay? It's in Los Angeles and other places, nice black neighborhoods all over the country that we don't see on mainstream media because mainstream don't want anything that they talk about bad Mexico. Not everything about Mexico is bad. Not everybody's cartel killing, cutting folks' throats off and stuff. That's the ghetto areas. They got wealthy areas that's safe there too. I have friends who's Mexican there. It's also on YouTube, safest place in Mexico to go to. I think I was gonna go to that when Trump won, but I need the money. It's right there by Cancun. What's that place on the Carmen? I forgot it's called. I forgot the Playa de Carmen. They has nice places down there. Okay, so not every part of Mexico is ghetto. Not every African American community is ghetto. Not every Puerto Rican. Come on, okay. There's bad areas, but for some dumb reason, and I'm not saying that minorities who come from these communities should forget where they come from, but don't use those bad areas to exploit your communities. Okay, it goes on both the African American, Hispanic. Just because you come from the Bronx, okay, sorry, Jennifer Lopez, talk about the things in the other communities of Puerto Ricans. If you're Mexican descent, Mexican American, talk about other barrios that's not like the East LA or either Denver Harbor here in Houston. Or if you're African American descent, I'm talking about the Harlem or Fifth Ward or any of those communities in, you know what I'm saying, in Compton, ghetto areas. Talk about those and show it to the whole world. There's other communities that's not like that, that's in your ethnicity. So that's one thing. But I would love to ask Chemistry this question: what about those areas, people who come across the border? Not every immigrant is that's Mexican, or not every immigrant that comes across the border. You have those who come, in airplanes. You have those, come through other ways of coming in. But the ones who don't come, who are not documented, they come here to work. Not all of them are cartel and gangs and thugs, but you have those who's trying to work just like everybody else to get the American dream. My question is why you don't talk about their problems, about why they're leaving Mexico or Central America or South America or even the American Republic, wherever. That's one thing I like to ask that question because it says a lot about you. Why your two parents, one Peru and one Mexican, Peruvian Mexican, come out of those countries and come to the United States, come overseas, because you wouldn't be here overseas. Okay? So one thing about your Chemistry, you need to shut the hell up about that. Not every African American community have bad. Please go look for wealthy black neighborhoods on YouTube. There's a mainstream media does not always talk about. Okay, they got nice, well-to-do African American neighborhoods. Not everybody is ghetto. Okay, just like not every Latino community is ghetto and barrio and basura. None of that stuff. You got nice African Hispanic neighborhoods too. Besides Little Havana. Okay. So, truth of the matter is, before you start talking muera, which is shit in Spanish, you need to get shit straight first. Just because you talk to a bunch of dudes, a bunch of brothers who go out there and whore around in Sosua, the Dominican Republic, I don't care. Not all of us are going out of Sosua. And that's good that we know about Sosua. That's a place I would not go to. Okay? In the Dominican Republic. I wouldn't go to Juarez when I was in El Paso. It's too ghetto. But y'all, I am bougie, okay? I live in the ghetto trying to get the hell out of this place. I didn't feel safe around, saying certain areas. And it's not just, my community is got a little Hispanics in here, and most African descent as well, different shades and heritage. My question, and it's private, and it's ghetto here. My question is to you: do you think that when I was in El Paso, I didn't sign for public housing either? I didn't know I didn't. A dark skinned brother at Paso Community College when I was on Hunter Drive told older, once you go put on go to the housing authority at El Paso. I said no, because one of them barrios down there not too far from us in Lower Valley, and it is ghetto. Y'all know the time I've been about Paso, Texas. Right before you go to downtown. And I rode that bus leaving, Zaragoza, Alameda area back in 2006. And I one time got off the bus there. Then I had to use the restroom, I believe. Or I took the wrong ride or something. And I never forget some Latino man came up, hey, you want to ride? You pay for the gas? I'm like, I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? And then he picked somebody up and took them out. And I don't know what was going on, but I saw the Cholo Thug. I said, no, baby. Just, you know what I'm saying? And I stay in the house in here with African. Baby, I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised in no hood. Okay, I went to school in the barrio. These people call me white. Okay, but because most, like, you know what I'm saying. But no, I ain't in the hood to get no, baby. I'm Bruce. Okay, I'm Bruce, y'all. Okay, I want to get in that level. Okay, that's my plan when I have get married and have children, so they can be old money. Okay, not new money. They be new money because of me. But no, I want my grandchildren to be old money, okay? So I want that life, okay? But no, not everybody in those areas, in African, not everybody live in shitholes. There are African communities that's not featured in mainstream media. That's well-to-do, and then you go on YouTube called I think it's wealthy black neighborhoods, a nice black neighborhood, whatever. And that's not. I'm subscribed to that channel. That is not celebrated. It's not shown on the media. Just like the Afro Mexicans would not show on the media, they're not pure Mexican, pure black skin. They mix with Spanish in it, just like he is. The more they look like me and darker, you know what I'm saying, with different, you know what I'm saying, look more African, it would be in Veracruz or Oaxaca, Guerrero, and Chiapas. not show in the mainstream media. Okay, well, same thing about the black neighborhoods. They not show, and then on the mainstream media, they have nice neighborhoods in Mexico and nice areas in Mexico, and not everybody is in cartel and ghetto thug. But the white racist media, go ahead and say it, show that part. You know what I'm saying? They do. They show that part. There's a lot of ratchets in Hollywood too. A lot of pedophilia. Y'all not going in saying a lot of folks doing things, evil things besides drugs and everything. So my question is, they don't show that part though. We used to see because we was blind. I was blind to that too. Starstruck. You know what I'm saying? And probably if I'm not famous, I'd probably be shot at crazy if I saw some stuff that goes on in Hollywood. But we always, as growing up as kids, thought those celebrities were living good and Jackson's living good and Kennedys and everybody else living good and Trumps and Hiltons. But no, it's drama and mess that goes on in those areas. Even though it looks pretty, it's not pretty on the inside. So your argument is very weak. Okay, very weak. And I'm gonna let you know, chemistry, Kem123 go overseas, and I don't mind going overseas. I don't lie. I don't care. I'm a lad. I ain't gonna lie about this. If I go, I will go overseas. I don't mind. Let me tell you something. Because, and also, I'm glad that book about the Rio Grande, across Rio Freedom, U.S. Negroes in Mexico. It talks about an article in Mexico, a newspaper in Mexico was trying to paint the African Mexican people mixed and pure crossing the border to get away from slavery. And the Mexican government did not take in consideration. And it reminded me of chemistry. But let me say something before chemistry was even thought of, and me, myself, because am I a little older than Kim? Is he early 80 baby or he's 70 baby? Because I'm a late 70s baby. Anyway, back in those days, in the 1800s, okay, white people who was trying to expand their slavery in Texas, how should I say, or the Southwest, which used to be part of Mexico, they said the Negroes would be better off to be a safe haven in Latin America, in Spanish America, besides Mexico. They did say that. I remember reading about talking about LaQuisha, this situation, okay? So why you think that a lot of African American people live good in Latin America if white people back in the 1800s who were racist, who were slave owners, was afraid of losing their slaves? Why did they even say that? Because besides going to Africa, there is African culture in Latin America, including in your two countries. There's people try to brainwash it, something else. And it's native culture and Spaniard culture. There was not miscegenation laws down there, and there was not in one drop rule laws down there. And slavery ended faster, except for Brazil. But slavery ended faster in those areas like Haiti, in Mexico, 1829, in other countries, and it wasn't like that in the United States. Okay, how they did slavery in the United States and how they did slavery in Latin American countries, even they do different in their own countries, it was different. So to you to make this claim that you know you go overseas, well, let me say something, dude. Since okay, this is funny. You here overseas? Okay, your parents get overseas. Okay, here in the United States, Mr. Overseas. Okay, can I ask you a question? Just by your own argument, you complain about Americans, African American descendant people, not pure black people, white and American, and you have white Americans and Hispanics. Who are Americans? You talk about American people. You trash talk. So do you see why folks want to go overseas? This is a toxic country. It's been a toxic country since day one when they stole it from the American people. Okay, the English, when it came in Pilgrims and those Thanksgivings coming up, you know the story. Okay, so it's been a toxic country. The money, y'all here to make money, but you're getting money that's not you're getting chip change of money. Okay, all of us are minorities. The wealthy white people have which is the 1%, I believe, or the 2 or 3%. They don't want who benefit better in the United States, and sometimes they don't because they do a lot of shitty stuff too behind closed doors. A lot of ratchet shit that we don't. They make sure it's not snow. Okay, so we have folks being abused, mistreated in those families and everything else. Look what happened to S.J. Johnson, the third that molested his stepdaughter, white man, and guess, listen, y'all, this man has white privilege. He had did 4 months in prison and didn't have to sign up to sex offender list. Yes, and he admitted to sex abusing his stepdaughter. Yes, he did. In Wisconsin, Racine, Wisconsin. Yeah, that wealthy billionaire. That's a billionaire, just like Trump. So the white people who are wealthy benefit the American dream. That's why they don't go on YouTube talking about I gotta go overseas. It's white people who wants to get out of white men, but the wealthy white people actually benefit from this country than anybody else. So you're here to get a check, but just by you getting a check and working here in the United States, you complain about Americans. So do you see why many of us want to go overseas? Okay? Because you over here overseas. I gotta go overseas. You came overseas, okay? And you are in Pennsylvania. You're not right wherever the East Coast somewhere, New Jersey, New York. You're not in Peru. You're not in Mexico. You overseas, okay? So since you overseas, why the hell you keep complaining about Americans? Fix your own issues, right? Does that make sense? Time out. We's a fixer. I don't fix it. Actually, my channel is about the fixing the issues in the communities that I'm related to. The African American community, because I'm not pure African, none of us are pure black. White community they want to listen, because I can care less. Okay. I'm talking about the good white people who would listen. They're cool. The bad ones and racist ones and all that stuff who don't consider me part of their ethnicity or because I have it in their bloodline. I can give a damn about their assholes and individual ass. And I say individual, okay? Native Americans, whatever, and also to Hispanics. Because I'm into another Hispanic school, but also I have Spanish Creole. Because Spain was in Louisiana as well. Okay, and it mixed one of my fourth grandfathers out of yeah, that's a Spanish last name. Okay, so I am yo soy parte hispanico también. Okay, so point, regardless, I don't care that's what you think of me as. I'm not care about your dumb, ignorant ass how you feel me. One thing, I'm a strong-minded person, and I'm a Leo. That's my sign. You're not gonna break me. Okay, I'm very stubborn. Um, but like I was saying, yeah, I talk about those issues. And I also talk about history amongst each other and everything else, talk about racial issues as well. So that's the reason why I talk about that. But to sit here and talk about why you won't fix your own community, but you have Latinos, you say you're not Chicano, right? But you are Mexican American by citizenship, American by citizenship, not Mexican American like for years and centuries and centuries since you've been here in this country and just be a Mexican ancestry. Okay, can I ask you a question? Why don't you go to those barrios and fix those communities up? Excuse me, you have a lot of gangsters and cholos and stuff. Fix that. So, okay. What about since you're in the East Coast and working with other Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, and other Mexicans as well, South Colombia, they got issues in their community. Why don't you fix those communities up too? Huh? Okay. Also, too, what about those communities in issues that's going on in DACA? Why are you not out here protesting against Trump? You know what I'm saying? Hello, did you benefit from DACA too? Or you didn't? Okay. Well, that's the question I gotta ask you. Since you don't want African American men or white men to go with Latinos, why won't you talk about Latinos? Why they do choose? Because actually, last time when I was in El Paso, I couldn't get a Hispanic girlfriend. It's not because other Latino dudes were trying to stop me. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say all Latinos in El Paso, but the ones I counted, not all, like half of them wanted thug brothers. Thug type, especially when the 50 Cent and Ja Rule mess was going on back in the day. Um, and T.I. and back in the 2000s, and you had Latino dudes looking up. No, for real. One of the guys, before Yo Job went to permits, he, so it fits. When Yo Job was rapping, if you see me on, y'all go down, y'all don't song. So while I took a ride to go to El Paso Community College from the Job Corps, one Latino homie, young Latino homie, like about probably 18, 19, because the age of Job Corps, he rapped the whole song. He know the song more than I do. I don't know all the lyrics because I don't, I like rap music, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? Not that old thug stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he rap this Mexican dude rap the whole song. I'm like, damn, song more than being on going down. He got his hand all. They all looking at 50 Cent. And of course 50 Cent had Latinos in there. Lord Banks. Y'all let me know. Law Banks is part Puerto Rican. The game is I believe that the game dad, the one who's bright skinned, he's part Mexican, part black. Then you had Olivia. I'm about the business. I can't take the shit no more. When she was working with Rich Dollars and she almost got a fight with Samara Reese on Love and Hip Hop. She is black, Jamaican, Cuban, there's Latina, Hispanic, and also East Indian. So yes, she is. Okay. She is part Hispanic. So yeah, he had Hispanics in there. Okay, and when they came to El Paso, when Junior came to El Paso, and was leaving career kids for graphic design class in downtown Paso, and then when we got on I-10 Gateway West, it was hot that day, and Junior bus was there. I was everybody like, what's the matter? Livia. Cause I love me some Olivia. Yeah, before she was messy on Love and Hip Hop. But yes, I love me some Olivia. She admits she a little bit my complexion. Okay. She admit to mixed heritage, okay? She's black, Jamaican, Hispanic, Cuban, East Indian. She was on King magazine, I was so happy to see her back. Oh, yeah. I said, why you all? I said, Olivia! Y'all that love me some Olivia. You know damn well. Sorry. I said, yeah, she is part Hispanic. She part Cuban. Yeah. I tell all my man, yeah, she is. Look on the internet. She got Cuban. Baby, I love me some Olivia. I do. For real, I love Olivia except for what she told Chris about what's the woman name? Samaya Reese, who's Salvadorian on Love, the first hip hop. That was on Love Hip Hop when it first came when that was messy. Cause they could let that alone. You know what I'm saying? When Samaya Reese, manager, the Hispanic, I don't know, he Mexican, Puerto Rican, wherever he is, Salvador was talking mess about Jim Jones, who also Puerto Rican. God dog it. Yes, Jim Jones, the rapper, not the cult leader, okay? Nancy Jones, the son, his dad was Puerto Rican. I think he probably changed his name because Jones not a Spanish name, but his dad is Puerto Rican. Was Puerto Rican. His dad died. So there you had a lot. You got Joel Santana, which is Kim Bella's husband, the thought. He part his Dominican. You had Amy Bustamante, who's Puerto Rican. It's Fabulous wife, and Fabulous part Dominican too. God, they had all these people who part Hispanic. You had Mariah Lynn, she part Italian, Puerto Rican. You had Chino, not Chino. What's her name? Is it Chino? Not Chino. No, what's that dude name? Cisco, Rosales. He's Puerto Rican, and you had Latino. Everybody like when they put Love and Hip Hop Miami. I'm like, that been Hispanics on there. God dog it. You had Erica Mena, who Dominican and Puerto Rican. And that's a crazy ass bitch. Yeah, I can't stand no. When she first beat up Cabela, I did like her, but after years and her, yeah, Sin Santana, I think she's Puerto Rican. Sin Santana's Puerto Rican. And then you have Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. I didn't hardly watch that one, but Jocelyn Hernandez, she's Afro Latina, mixed with Native and Spanish. She's Afro mestiza, and she's Puerto Rican. She's the Puerto Rican princess. Puerto Rican princess. And you had Cardi B. Everybody knows she's part Dominican and part Spaniard and part Trinidadian, black Trinidadian. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Cardi B. Yeah, but Latinos been on loving hip hop from day one. I don't understand how people forgot that Jim Jones is part. Yes, Chrissy's husband, Jim Jones, is part Puerto Rican. I be keeping up with these. One thing about me is a mixed race identifier and mixed race heritage, pride of that. And for both of my dad's side of the family, that's not pure, and mom too as well. I keep up with people with mixed ancestry. I do look up to the celebrities, their backgrounds. I let it be known who is this and that. I'm very big on that because same thing. I want people to acknowledge me as who I am as well, right? Okay. Well, I'm very big on that. Like I defended Elizabeth Warren. I'm very big on that. You got to preach what you preach, practice what you preach. Okay. And like when I heard there was Latinos in G Unit, Laura Banks, who's part Puerto Rican, he by my skin tone. So the game. The game is too, and you had these camera skin mixed folks up in that doggone G Unit. Yeah, all these camera skin mixed folks. But anyway, y'all, when I was in El Paso, Texas, yes, you had Latinos listen to mostly Mexican sent to G Unit and Ja Rule, Jay Z, Tupac. They knew more of the stuff than I did. And the Latinos in El Paso, mostly Mexican American, chose they would go after the African American guys, the African American guys, light skinned, dark, especially dark. Yes, y'all, dark chocolate brothers were in. I'll let you. One of the Hispanic girls I was trying to talk to, they call her Fresa. She was light skinned Hispanic. She's from Mexico, and very pretty. And I was trying to holler at her, but she wanted that dark skinned brother. And the dark skinned brother from New Orleans, he was the Creole, and he is Creole because family from New Orleans. He's explaining how the name they gave him because he's dark skinned. He dark child. I want to give out his information. Back in 2004, but one of the girls from Juarez, and she's a fresa, and you had Latinos hate on her because she was this pretty, she light skinned Mexican chick. She had dark hair, of course, but she was always kept up. And you had folks talking bad about her when she got hurt, got sick. Folks was wishing death on her. Yeah, for real. Not because she was going with the Latino, the African guy for Korea, dark skinned Creole brother. No, she, before that, she was already hated on her and this other Hispanic girl. They always look nice and pretty and stuff. The ones who more indigenous looking, but she's Indian, but she got that more pale white girl, Spaniard and look. And she was very nice. Her brother was crazy. We was in the same section again. I'm forgetting section 2-1. I want y'all detail that. Oh, I can't stand that asshole sometimes. But he became cool after he left. He became a fireman. And when he had to go to Job Corps. But when she was there, the dark skinned brothers from New Orleans, before the Katrina thing, who's Creole, he was going with her, and she straight told her, she said, I like dark skinned black men. And she said what she said, I like them that color. And I met other Latinas who like dark chocolate men. I said, dang, I'm not that skin tone. I'm not pale. I'm not hot yellow, but dang, I'm not that even skin tone. Okay, y'all go ahead. Okay, dark skin, bro, y'all in. But you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, and I remember getting one time my homegirl, she was dating this dark skinned brother who was, I ain't gonna say, he was from military. But he kind of hip, kind of cool, hip, you know what I'm saying, kind of streetwise in a way, but he was from military, he was from Fort Bliss. So yeah, and I never forget. Yeah, I saw homegirl of mine. She was a light skinned high yellow brother. He part China, not Chinese. He from Korean part tall bright skinned brother in black. He was from Fort Bliss as well. He was in the military. But see, they like you have to be a military, a soldier. That's what this child was saying. Stand up for me. This child. Oh yeah. Beyonce was overplayed out in El Paso. You had this my breath. You had folks would listen to that song. Yes. Beyonce, that's a child, Kelly and Michelle. Baby, people, you had the rockers in El Paso. I know you had those who listen to banda. You had those listen to reggaeton. You had those listen to Latin pop, salsa. Some of them was there, and you had the Chicano rap. That too, the Cholo style. Still, they can say a Chuco Town. Then you had the other crowd that listened to R&B, hip hop. And they listen to rap, they listen to hip hop, and they listen to Beyonce, they listen to Sierra, I was out rock, style. Yeah, I know I love Sierra back in the day. Oh, I want to date Sierra. I sure did. Yes, I did. I love Sierra. Right. And she was a black Creole, German, Irish, and American. Yeah. Black, rock, style, everybody. I was dancing, baby. You couldn't tell me anything. 1, 2 step. One, baby, I would dance until so goodies was okay, but I like right, style, baby. I was dancing to that song. But yeah, so when Candy Shot came out, and they said she's the first woman in GU, and I said, who is it? And I found it was Olivia. I said, that's Olivia, one who part Hispanic, black, and East. Huh? That's her. What? Baby, I was in some candy shop. Baby, I love me some candy shop. Yes, I love candy shop. And you know damn well that's my me do say Nina right there. You know me do say is the Kumi Kings and people you can say yes. I remember them doggone days. Is my cake ready? Hold on, y'all. I think it's turned. Oh, it's hot. Yeah, I don't burn my cake up. Anyway, y'all, for real, I'm not lying. It was funny. Baby, I don't forget them doggone days. Yes. So, truth of the matter is, y'all, this fool wants to sit here talk bad about African American communities and she hoes. And even though I was El Paso, not every is mostly Hispanic. Not everybody was living in the ghetto barrio. You had some nice houses in El Paso. So you had upgraded houses, people with good careers. El Paso, Texas, right there by the Frontera, right there by Juarez. Okay, so same thing in other places. In Atlanta, you got in Atlanta, Georgia, you have nice areas. You have other places in the South, in Louisiana. So when this dude is making these generalizations, you gotta clap back at this motherfucker and let him know that there are brothers out there that are doing things in the community that we don't see on TV and media, and we don't always meet because you have a class within. I have a cousin who's a judge. I can tell all my business, and he he don't hardly come around, but he's married to a sister. You know what I'm saying? But that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? You have folks who well do. He talking about the see one thing about I sorry to say this, and I said all Hispanics, Latinos with this mentality. I said the individuals with the mentality like his. Y'all go after thug trash in the community. You go by the expectation, the stereotypes. So whoever who told you in your family that all African American people were like this. So like, do you have like African, like for example, about the case in Georgia with the brother that got killed by the Mexican dude. You have like I bet you some of the African American folks who's making comments bashing Latinos. They go after Cholo and Cartel or what's the other those who are in document type ones. They don't go to the intelligent ones. And I noticed that when I bring it up, that just like I talk bashing chemistry, that not all Latinos are out there killing and part of cartel and thugging and all that other stuff. You're gonna have this argument. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And then I start to see who you hanging with. Okay, then yeah, because you chose to hang with a type of crowd of folks of a certain ethnic group to make an argument. Hello, you don't go outside. Go outside of that mindset and go think outside the box like I do and look for those who do not that. Didn't Jesus say seek and find and be open to you? So it is. So therefore go ahead find Latinos who are not like that, who are not that, who are well to do, who are not racist, okay? Exactly. And same thing when it comes to chemistry. With the other guys at school, because I bet you if I was in school when we was in school, because I think we were around the same age, you wouldn't even want to hang with me because I don't fit your stereotypical narrative. And that's what happened when I was in Job Corps. The Latinos dudes, the so-called friends, when those ghetto trash, they have the African American people that can, and those who are part, I mean, they are not, we're not pure black, but those who identify as pure black, and you had those who were part white. Did we have one that's part Hispanic, part Asian who was hip out and they was used to that type of culture. And then you had Latinos who said I wasn't being my real self, gonna try to play that mind game towards me, and then go hang with them fuckers. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And that's it's real. And I never forget, for real. I'm not gonna not gonna lie about that because I don't fit their narrative of with a black person. I'm not pure African descent. They knew I was mixed, and I didn't identify as multiracial, but they try to use the one drop trash on me. Know that I don't go along with the one drop rule. Had nerve to say that this and that, and they want to, former friends of mine to stop hanging with me and start hanging with the ghetto trash. But I bet you once when those who have ghetto trash African descent start messing their ass up, then it's all black people this and all black this and that, blah 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 blah. Y'all just love to hang with people who fit your stereotype. I ain't the one. I see why I'm a loner. I don't chill with because those. If I deal with dramatic people, people who love drama and who are ignorant and dumb and stupid, no matter what their race is, I would choose to be a loner, a hermit, whatever, to avoid drama. Okay, it is what it is. So, but point is, no, dude. Before you start saying anything about fixing your communities and stuff, What about fixing those communities about the gang problems and immigration problems and everything, and drug problems and everything else? Since you're all in that, because and you can't say, "Oh, you were your own spot." Black man, yo sé parte hispánico también. Yo tengo sangre española mezclada con africana de Louisiana. Criollo de Louisiana. Tú sabes de la gente de Criollo. Esa parte de mi sangre también. Tú sabes, way. Come on now. All right? So don't play that game with me, okay? Shoots. But nah, not everybody is going overseas for some sex tourism. I'm, y'all, get on my nerve with that mess. And no, I would not want to go to Sua. I would like to go to well-do places in San Domingo or something. If I would go to Dominican Republic, go dance in merengue or something, dance, and eat the food down there. Yeah, I mean, meet girls. Yes, me gusta las mujeres. I mean, yeah, but I ain't gonna get no random girl. That's a HIV case right there. You know what I'm saying? I used to, and I never forget. No, no, I ain't gonna. I don't get down on the first night. It's what Monica said. Y'all, oh, you know I love it. So, angel of mine. Y'all know that song from Monica. Okay, Monica Brown. Okay, and she makes her name American Black. She mentioned that as well. But you're not even keeping up with these folks mentioning who they mix with down the family. Anyway, Monica says on back in '98 after I graduated high school. I forget, and that's true. I don't get down from the first night. I mean, I don't know you like that. I don't know what you're being with. I don't know what you got diseases. It's called common sense. I meet and dance, whatever, but they don't know what you're about. I don't know what how baggage you have. You know what type of baggage I have. So I'm not these male whores. No offense to the brothers who support me bashing chemistry or anything, but y'all need to have some, I used to tell my, and I'm just telling the brothers I know, I didn't tell my Latino homies that you need to be careful going after any girl out there, just, anybody, it's, AIDS, syphilis, all the different diseases out there, you know, probably you only able to, you got the Ebola or the other disease, the black plague or whatever, you never know who you'll get if you're out there hoeing around, and it goes for men and women, okay, but as I was saying, if I go to the Dominican Republic, I'm more about the culture, the cultura, the historia, the beaches, the playas, whatever. That's more important. I didn't hardly date when I was in El Paso. It was mostly Hispanic, so I was trying to get my education. So when I come back home, I have to come over cities in Texas. Okay, I had to come there. I had to go over cities. I had to go across the state. I gotta go to get my education. And I did. I got my certificate in business technology, and I also was. I wish I would have stayed in El Paso. I got my associates in the arts, but I had to come back home. But however, I go back to school because I had 2 more years. I think 2 or 3 more years to get my bachelor. I just fucked up when I was working. You know what I'm saying? When I was working as an online student. And y'all remember days I'm making all them videos back to back. That was the online students on my computer when we had the webcam on YouTube. Okay. But as I was saying, to this dude that sit there and say that I gotta go overseas. Yeah. Okay, I had to go overseas. I had to go on a plane. Okay, from Houston to Fort Worth and Dallas, and then go Paso, Texas, Paso, Texas, Chucutel, okay, to get my education. I wasn't trying to get no pussy. The only time I was very mad, and one of the girls, she was kind of thought she was mixed with white and Mexican, I never forget. And I met her in college, and I was trying to holler at her, but she asked me them dirty questions. Would you fuck J Lo? And I'm like, what this? I thought it was a nice girl, but no, because she went off, what I'm saying, but she was undercover thigh. I can tell when she said that, and I'm like, usually girls random ask questions like that. They trying to know about your sex game. It's not always the case. So when I was mad and angry, I was trying to live a southern life, and I'm like, why? I was mad at God too. I go ahead and say it. I said, nah, I'm not going to stay here and clean. Because what it was, we supposed to clean after 2 week vacation um, in July, because in 2 weeks in July and 2 weeks in December, late December, going towards January, that's the vacation for the students. So 2014 and 15, wait, 2014, 15, 2004 and 5, excuse me. 2004 and 5, we didn't have to clean until the students come back on the last day. The security the security officers were cleaning their own office. But what happened is when we had a new bendejo, okay, who was in charge of security, and one of the women who was in charge of social development, she's no longer here on the earth, but she can sometimes be a tooth. I didn't trust her. I did tell other people that I didn't trust her later on. So when I first met her, she took it upon themselves to make it hard for us to stay on the property and to make us clean. So I was mad. I'm like, 'cause I was praying the first time. I'm like, forget it. I ain't going, nah, So I was trying to contact the messenger, the one who by messenger who told me she lived not that far from the job corps. I can tell where she lived. And cause she was from California. And so she was trying to, she asked me, you can come, I think she wanted to, I actually asked kind of come stay with her. And I was like, okay, I had, and they had gave us some condoms and stuff at Jocko. Yeah, they did. They give us condoms. I think Planned Parenthood could come and bring condoms over there. So I had a bunch. Okay, I had a bunch because I'm not that. Okay, so I was like, fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna go and have sex. Fuck it. I'm tired. I always try to do good, and this going on. And yes, I was in the spiritual rhythm of just going to get a pacified. You call it, yeah. I just got mad at God. But I'm like, I ain't cussed him out, but I was like, I'm going to go fornicate. Well, unfortunately, it didn't happen because like after that mini semester, summer semester, the next mini summer semester part two, she didn't want to talk to me. And I remember telling some dude that was in school with us that was staying on the property. Did he go back and tell this? Cause like why she was all good and stuff, and we was trying to holler at each other, cause she came up to me and she said, "Will I fuck J Lo?" And she asked me, I'm like, why would you ask a man that random question? That was just weird. I didn't come and ask the question because one thing I'm trying to get my reading. It was reading class. And I was dealing with some bitch that's from the east side of Harris County. The white teacher that was from there. She's from not too far from where I'm originally from, in the east side. And when I was like, dang, I met someone, but she was a nice a beneja in the classroom. She was. And even when I went to the dean's department, the Hispanic woman about to say, if she let you in the classroom, you know what I'm saying? Because we had bus problems at Sun Metro. Everybody know about Sun Metro is ratchet as hell. I don't know if they changed. It's worse than Metro here, passes here in Houston. So with Sun Metro, we'll be on time to be on catching bus. And even my white looking Hispanic friend who look like a white dude, but he's Mexican, mixed with Spanish and Native and possibly black, but just came out as a white dude. We both rode the same bus together, and he's trying to let her know that we both was late. And she said she didn't care. That old bitch said she didn't care. She was very, you know how some arrogant white racist people are, not all white people. And I didn't care. So I would go to when she did it to me again. Now that I'm in the classroom, I said, okay, I'm gonna go to the dean's office. And as I told this one Hispanic lady, the man lady, them Latino sisters they had my back. And they were like, yeah. So I gave her a bad report at the end of the mini semester. Yes, I did. I snitched on her like hell. And she started being nice. I'm like, don't talk to me. I know I don't want to talk to you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm in my head saying it. I don't want to talk to you. Would you treat me in the classroom? So and that's why I had to let her know what's on my mind, about my body language, because of course you don't want to act ratchet and you get put out of school. But losing when the one who's part white, part Mexican from California, they're not to live far from Job Corps, I like, damn, I'm gonna go visit her because she asked me that question, and I was trying to be a good guy, but it was like David and Jezebel situation. And I'm like, I got tempted, and like, okay, well, since I am mad that they making us clean and stuff and didn't have to do this shit, I'm gonna go over. I'm not staying. I'm staying on 2 weeks and go to school and on the weekends. Yeah, on the weekends, because on weekends you have to clean, especially on Saturdays. I'm not cleaning nothing. I'm going to go to her house and I'm gonna go do it. And, and that was my plan. And I told one of the homies, and I think that dude went back and told her that because she didn't want to talk. I'm like, wait a minute, she ain't speaking to me. It's because she asked me all them, them nasty questions. I'm like, why are you asking me, a random guy? I don't ask you a woman if it's offensive. But you know how these women are. Don't ask me sexual questions. Is sexual harassment. But they ask us men. They ask us. Yes, they do. They talk about sex, what they'll do, all that stuff. No, I'm not joking. They more vocal about sex. They even I've been touched in the ground by a woman, a lesbian woman, a sister back in '99. I think she bisexual. She grabbed at where work at Ass Woman. Be real, at Ass Woman down on yeah. I was 19 years old. She was like 22, whatever. That sister grabbed my thing. I'm not lying. At the job in front of everybody. I'll never forget that. So, and see, I don't, but see, if a man do that, I'm not saying it's okay. It's me too, sexual harassment, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, going back to that, that's the only time that I wanted to have sex, you know what I'm saying, in a few girls, but it wasn't like horny. I always try to maintain a spiritual chase subbing lifestyle, okay? Because, you know, at point in time, I was very extreme with my spirituality, you know, in my faith. But anyway, to get a bunch of chemistry argument, my phone dying, and I'm not dealing with this mess anymore. So, therefore, that's my argument. Bye.